Welcome to the VegInspired Live. Every Tuesday at noon Eastern, I go live in the VegInspired Foodies Facebook group. So if you are catching this on YouTube and want to be sure you don't miss any of our upcoming sessions, go ahead and visit the link that I will drop below and join the VegInspired Foodies Facebook group, veginspired.com/foodies. Super easy to remember. Every week I come here talking all about plant-based living and how it can level up your life, increase your energy, help you take control of your wellness, your weight, whatever you're looking for as a goal. Let's make plant-based living work for you. Really, wherever you are on your path to plant-based, whether you're happily just eating more plants or curious to go all in, there will be a takeaway to help you get more plants on your plate. As always, the replays for these sessions are in the guides tab in the Facebook group. So if you missed the end or if you want to go back and catch up on any replays from before, you can access anything you've missed. So I know we've got some people tuning in live. Give me a thumbs up and let me know you can hear me. Tell me where you are tuning in from. I am currently coming to you from Central Georgia. Yes, we are making our way to Florida for the winter. And just on cue, I invite Eddie to the camera. Come on. For those of you who might not know, I'm a real person. I travel full-time in a fifth wheel RV with my husband and our two cats. So don't be surprised if one of those cats, like Eddie, jumps up on our desk to say hello, because it really is real life living. So I'm going to talk for about 15 to 20 minutes, and then I'm happy to answer any questions that you might have. You can drop those questions in the chat and I will come back and answer them. So let's get into this training. Well, welcome to the VegInspired Live. I am your host, Kathy Davis, a former school teacher turned plant-based lifestyle coach, international entrepreneur, three-time plant-based cookbook author, and the CEO of VegInspired. I help busy professionals take control of their wellness, energize their life with habit development, easy mindset practice, and plant-based eating. And I've been eating and creating vegan meals for more than 7 years. 2 years ago, I really shifted my daily habits to follow a whole food plant-based lifestyle. And with that transition, I experienced tremendous results, renewed energy, a newfound sense of joy, a healthier mind and body. And with all that energy, I was able to expand my business internationally, author 3 plant-based cookbooks, and offer transformational support to others on this path. So I welcome you today to our live show. I am dedicated to providing people with the resources to help them make healthy living an intuitive way of life. As a busy entrepreneur, full-time traveler, wife, and cat mom, my plate, is full. And honestly, I didn't always have the energy to be good at any of those things. I always felt like I could be doing more, that I could be a better mom, or a better cat mom, a better wife, a better plant-based eater, a better coach, a better author, a better recipe developer. And it really wasn't until I started eating more whole plant foods that I noticed my energy was really increasing. And with that change in energy came other changes. And looking back, I didn't really think about these things as new habits. I just thought, oh, I've got more energy. I can do more. It just comes with the territory. But here are some of the top 5 habits that I have for entrepreneurs, things that I've implemented in my life. And what I always say is trying to implement all 5 of these at once would be seriously monumental. So I really want you to listen to all 5 and then pick the one that you want to start today. And I want you to take that imperfect action right away, right? Maybe you can't eat a whole full plant-based meal tonight, but maybe you can add that extra veggie. So let's get into those 5 habits. Habit number 1 is get more natural sleep. Create a simple bedtime routine that eliminates those sleep disrupting habits like scrolling your phone or watching TV until you fall asleep. Maybe try meditation, journaling, or reading as the last task you do before bed. And no more phones. That scrolling, those emails, and that Instagram can wait. Tip number two is to eat more whole plant foods and skip the processed stuff. Listen, I know busy life means convenience. We want those things that are convenient. We want those things that are pre-packed. We want it to be easy. So I always say, let's make plant-based eating more accessible. Eat foods that are closer to nature. Add an extra handful of greens to your meals. Maybe stir them into pasta sauce. Add an extra vegetable side dish. Maybe you throw a second vegetable on the pan to roast, or you add, more vegetables to your salads. Grab fruit or vegetables for snacks, right? Stop grabbing those bags of potato chips or those things out of the vending machines and really start adding those plant-based foods to your snacks. Start your day with hearty whole grains like oats or quinoa or an ancient grain dish for breakfast. Pack salads for your lunches with hearty grains or potatoes. Increase the vegetables you serve at dinner and really start to focus on using whole ingredient sauces versus processed items like oil and high fat dressings. I can't stress enough how different my energy, digestion, and the overall way that I feel when I started to remove those high fat sauces and all of the oil from my meals. It truly was a game changer. And one of the things that I tell people who are like, well, but I really like to cook with oil. I really like oily dressings. I really like those vinaigrettes. I really like my veggies roasted with oil. Yes, I loved all those things too. Give me a piece of bread with a big slab of butter. I loved those oily, high fat things. But what I found was I felt better when I didn't eat them. So now I focus more on the fresh vegetables that I'm roasting. Maybe toss them in veggie broth, toss them in a little tahini to really get those spices and things to stick. So tip number 3 is to move more. And listen, I am the queen of home office working, right? Working from home, you roll out of bed, right into your office, stumble around for some coffee, and you can still make that 9 a.m. meeting in your pajama pants. I get it. I work from home too, but adding movement to your day, whether it's a walk around the block, walking to the mailbox, taking the dogs, the kids, a partner, whoever, for a walk, or just doing some relaxing yoga, Pilates, stretching even at your lunch break, really allowing yourself to make these habits intentional, right? Schedule them in, schedule in that movement, schedule in that 15-minute break to go for a walk. Yes, you heard me. I said schedule in the movement. A lot of times that's the problem, right? We have this grandiose idea of all these habits that I'm sharing with you, but we don't know when to do them. Put them on your calendar, and I'm going to get more into that a little bit later. Tip number 4 is self-care. Listen, I know, prioritize everyone else, the kids, the pets, the partner. Everybody else is a bigger priority than you, but I'm really encouraging you to make it a habit to take time for yourself. Every morning, I take about 30 minutes to journal, meditate, practice gratitude, and then the second 30 minutes after I get up, I spend reading. For my schedule, that works. I get up early. I love to open up the blinds in the RV, watch the sunrise. I'm usually graced with the presence of the snuggly cat that you just saw. He jumps up on my lap, he purrs, drools on me. I mean, that is our morning routine. And I enjoy that time with a cup of tea. Now, if your mornings are rushed and you're like, gosh, when could I fit that in? I'm rushing to get the kids off. I'm rushing to get myself to work. I need to catch the train or the bus or get into traffic before the traffic really starts. Like I used to commute in Charlotte traffic and in Pittsburgh traffic. So I do know what it's like to commute and want to be ahead of the traffic. If your mornings are rushed, where can you put in that time? Can you schedule some time for yourself? Maybe 10 minutes when you get to work when nobody else is there. Maybe 5 minutes of calmness and quiet and 5 minutes of reading. Maybe it's paired with your movement. You listen to a podcast, a meditation, or an audiobook. Maybe it's before bed. Maybe that is your self-care time. You pour yourself a cup of decaf tea. You sit and read, you journal. It's truly important for busy entrepreneurs, especially those of us in the service-based businesses, to fill our cups. right? We need to fill our cup so that we continue to serve others at the energizing and empowering capacity that we are capable of, right? We have so much to offer that if we don't fill our cup, we aren't able to really put forth all of that effort. This is also your time to unplug, right? Leave your phone on do not disturb, put it on do not disturb, leave your phone in your purse. Like, just allow yourself that time to unplug, that quiet time. And then tip number 5 is like the polar opposite of that. It's your business brain work. This is where you work on your mindset, your big thinking, your big dreaming. You set aside time to set those big goals and have faith and practice gratitude and believe in yourself. Right? This has been one of the keys to my success are the daily habits that are focused on my biz brain work. You can add goal cards to your day. Can you post affirmations that you believe in throughout the house? Stick them in the car, stick them in the office. How can you build that belief in your brain about the business goals that you have, whether that's your own business or whether you're working for someone else as a high-powered executive? My bonus tip, right? I said there were 5, but really there's more. My bonus tip is to schedule everything. Now, I am all about scheduling rest, scheduling downtime, scheduling non-working time. When my calendar hits that point, my phone goes off, my notifications go off. I tell my clients I will be back with you within 24 hours, right? Because I need downtime. I need time to get these habits implemented. So everything from my morning routine, my movement, my biz brain building, my food, I always schedule my meals based on my calendar. So like tonight is a coaching night. So I coach from 8 to 9 on Tuesday nights, which means that I will need to have the kitchen cleaned up. I'll need to have dinner on the table, different things like that that really allow me to plug in those healthy habits into my daily schedule, right? Keep your calendar integrity. If you tell yourself that you're going to do brain work at 5 a.m. and you don't go to bed until 2 because you're busy scrolling, getting up at 5 a.m. is going to feel hard. But what if you tell yourself, I'm getting up at 5 a.m. and I'm going to go to bed at 9, right? My bedtime's 9, I get up at 5. My bedtime's 10, maybe you get up at 5:30. Like, really start to figure out ways that you can schedule in, that you can create the plan and implement that into your life. Put it on paper and make it your way of life. In order to create the life of our dreams, we need to take 100% responsibility for the things that we do, right? 100% responsibility. My biggest tip of all is to prioritize your health. Our health is our wealth. Without it, we're not working at optimum potential. You can't lead people down the services that you have working at half potential. Prioritize the tasks that you take action on. In business, we're always told prioritize relationships, prioritize income producing activities. But how about we take a step back? How about we prioritize ourselves first? How about we put in the time to have the biz brain work, to have the downtime for meditation, to get more sleep, to eat more healthy foods. We take that time out of our day to prepare the foods for our lunches, right? We pack our lunch so that we aren't grabbing the convenient foods from the food truck. Don't get me wrong, there's a time and a place for those things. But when it becomes day in and day out of processed junky food, your body starts to feel it. You lose that sense of energy, that sense of empowerment because your body feels groggy. You just feel like crap. Who wants to feel like that? Right? So let's review those real quick. And I'd love for you to drop the habit that you want to start right now. Maybe one you're not doing or one you've tried in the past that you didn't really think of it this way. I want you to drop that in the chat. So tip number 1 was get more natural sleep. Tip number 2 was eat more whole plant foods, skip the processed stuff. Tip number 3, move more, right? Move more, make it intentional. Tip number 4, self-care. Take that time to journal, meditate, practice gratitude. Tip number 5 is that brain building biz work, right? That business brain work, really getting into your mindset, your thinking, your business growth, your big goals. right? Those things that excite you but also scare you. Then my bonus tip was to schedule it all. If you're not scheduling this into your week, go ahead. Maybe that's your takeaway tip. And then the other bonus was prioritize yourself, prioritize your health. Our health is our wealth, right? So, what tip are you going to try? I know we've got some people here. What is that powerhouse tip that you're going to try? Prioritizing yourself, becoming the powerful, professional, productive professional that we can be. Which of those habits can you implement right now? I'd love to hear it. Drop it in the chat. Let me know. If you're interested in learning more about how I can help you level up your life, let's get a spot on my calendar, veginspired.com/strategy call. And if you love this training, if you want more like it, what other topics would be helpful? I would love to share more topics that are going to bring value to you and really help you level up your life, take control over your health, and really make wellness and yourself a priority. I will see you in the Veg Inspired Foodies group. And next week, we will be here talking about lots of exciting plant-based topics. See you later.